left-hand at one stage. But at 17 years old, once he starts adding that experience to his armoury, he's going to be a serious contender.
It will be Max to throw for the bullseye first.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Dan. And you know, it's a number of things that the youngsters have to have around them. They have to have good people around them. They have to have, you know, good people, not only management-wise, family-wise, partner-wise, whatever it is. They don't need any outside pressure. They just need to get up there and play darts. And don't overcomplicate it when you're a youngster.
So Mickey Mansell against Max Hopp. And it's the Northern Irishman to throw first. And straight into the treble bed. That old-fashioned sort of loopy throw from
85.
Michael. These two looking to join Dimitri Vandenberg and Stuart Kellett in the next round. The winner of this one goes up against your reigning Dutch darts master
43.
in Kim Huybrechts in the next round. That's a daunting prospect for either of these guys.
Yeah, so you've probably mentioned the format's changed this year from 64 players down to 48. 16 of the seeds already in to the last 32 of the competition. Kirk Bevan there, our caller. A countdown champion from England. So not many mistakes are expected from Kurt.
The Kirkulator. Although don't get him started on his train spotting exploits. He will talk a long time about them.
60.
You're right when you said about Mickey Mansell, like kind of old school dart player, like the dart player to see down your local pub when you first started. His ability is a lot above the old boy down the pub,
100.
but he has got that old style. And Max is more of the modern style, stand up straight, keep your height, and really, you know, the dart has got a rate of knots going into the board.
Yeah, both of these guys came through qualifying to get here. Mickey Mansell,
83.
World Cup partner of Brendan Dolan. Max Hopp came through to beat Oliver Shaving and Michael Hertz.
It's ironic that Mickey's playing a youngster because over in Ireland, Mickey is now starting up youth academies himself, which is great to see. A number of players are doing that, and we have a number of the senior players also sponsoring players, and I can just reveal 100. That Kevin Painter is another one of the top players that is sponsoring a young player from my region, Sean. Embarrassingly, his surname has just gone from my mind, but if they're listening, they'll know who I am, and it's nice to see that the professionals are putting something back in the game.
Certainly, we've seen Jamie Cave and Steve Brown both running academies of their own. As Michael Mansell looks at 128. Treble 20 you wanted for the bullseye. We'll just take a moment to set this up.
Yeah, he knows he's probably going to get 6 darts in that 128, so he doesn't want to miss a big number. And just as I've said that, he's opened the door for Max Hopp. If he doesn't take it out, now Max has got to set this up well. That is perfect treble 20, another one of those. Double 19, and what a shot this would be from the young man. 158 first leg. And you have to ask, Dan, that if Mickey Mansell had left a double, that extra little bit of pressure, you know, Max is walking to the board knowing that Mickey may only have a dart at the bullseye. So he's thinking, if I don't take it out, I set it up, I'm putting the pressure on. But he takes it out. What a start.
Yeah, well, it's a pretty pedestrian leg, if we're honest. I mean, there's only one
60.
score of 100 from Hopp leading up to that, and then smashes in the 158. And if you had any question mark over the raw talent of this young German, he may have just answered your question.
100.
Yes, that's why you must never give up in this game. Your opponent may give you that big shot, and that big shot may be the thing that gets you on the road to another victory. I see too many people
60.
just chuck darts away, and that's one thing in the game that does bother me a little bit.
Oh, we nearly saw Burnt Royth come back from more than 300 points behind in a leg earlier on against Stuart Kellett.
140.
As Mickey Mansell responds well to losing on his own throw. He's got the darts back from Max Hopp, but can the maximiser respond in kind? And yes, he can.
Yeah, the worst thing is when you win a throw, you win a match, a leg against the throw, and take out a big shot. You've always got to hang on to your throw strongly. Do not just give it away. And Max
100.
not really got out of the gate quick on a leg that he's thrown first, because over this short format, first one to 6, it is a sprint. It's a 60-yard dash, so every leg you've got to,
41.
cut down on the mistakes. The person who makes the less mistakes normally walks away the winner.
Yeah, Mickey Mansell has got 6 darts from 161. He'd back himself to do this the majority of times, but he really needs to find that treble to make life easier for him.
65.
Well, a 65 should help.
But he has opened that door again for Max on, and we talk about not missing big numbers, Dan.
81.
What an unbelievable big number.
96.
He should be coming back if he gets a shot on 100. So pressure not so much on Mickey Mansell. He knows he's got to take it out, but the 119, not the greatest of checkouts. Well, 88 now to level it up and get that breaker throw back.
88.
A chance for Max Hopp.
And a grimace from Mickey Mansell. He was made to pay in the first leg. With a big outshot from the German, it ain't going to happen now. Straying into the fat 3.
83. Mickey, you require 8.
Well, if he's going to miss this, he wants it out just on the top wire, about 3/4 of the way up on that double 4. Where he puts it dead centre.
Mickey Mansell. Third leg is Mickey to throw first.
Gets the throw back, Mickey Mansell.
Game on.
And Max Hopp, you can see him cursing himself for losing that leg.
My German's not that good. Probably for the best. But did all the hard work. Hits a 158 to break the throw in the first leg, and then a bit of a tame surrender to Mickey Mansell in the next. And it's one apiece. First to 6.
100.
Gets a place against Kim Huybrechts. Now, Huybrechts is the man who did for Mansell here last year in the final European Tour event of the season.
140.
Well, that's a better start from Max, but he's going to need another 140. You normally say against the throw, you've got to look at 280 in 6 darts in a certain time in the leg. Mickey Mansell, we talked about
100.
that solid looping throw of his.
$57.
Neck and neck in the third leg of the match.
$41.
As I said earlier on, Danny, it could be the pace that kind of puts Max out of his rhythm, and that's why he's missing the big numbers. He needs to try and focus, which certainly this looks a lot better from the young man. The first maximum of the match goes to Max Hopp. And now he's going to get 6 darts from 124 for another breaker throw.
Yeah, it's going to be a question of what pressure he's under. A maximum from Mickey Mansell really would switch things back the other way. He can't do it. A 140 will leave him on Shanghai, though. So Max Hopp, 124. Oh, wow. Missing a big number again.
40.
We're in the same sort of situation again, where a player has a chance to really close it down, put pressure on his opponent. Now this 120, that's a lot easier for Mickey, and that dart's a perfect miss. That's why he's hit the barrel. Now he wants double top to hold on to the throw, and that's unlucky. you know, the pressure weren't so much on Mickey because he knows that Max may only have a dart at the bullseye.
And what is he going to have? The 17-year-old. Wow. Treble 17. And he's not even going to have a dart at the ball.
66.
Well,
Mickey requires 20.
paying the price for missing big numbers, Max Hopp. And Mickey Mansell wants double 10 for a 2-1 lead. To take the lead for the first time in the match. He won't be rushed.
Gives on the third leg.
And it pays off.
Mickey Mansell.
It just shows you how a leg that you think you've got in the palm of your hands has just jumped out. I mean, Max Hopp hit a 140 and a 180 in that leg.
120.
That's unlucky as well. But he hit 320 in 6 darts, but then can't even get a dart at a double from 124 with 6 darts. You know, you need that heavy scoring, but you've also got to learn, you know, how to set it up and take it out. I mean, the early part of the game is normally where you lose it, not if it goes 5-4 and you lose that last leg. And if Max Hopp goes on and win it, I mean, it goes on to lose it, which we know he might not at the moment. Those missed big numbers in them first 3 legs has absolutely killed him.
We can see there the checkout percentage. Max Hopp has got 100%, but he's only given himself 1 shot at a double, and that was the 158. So it's just, he's not setting his shots up well enough. He's not giving himself the opportunities
100.
to take those legs out. Bit of a flyer there from Max. Looking to work his way down towards that treble bed.
60.
Yeah, normally down when the dart's that high, excuse me, you find it very hard to get to the treble from there. Sometimes I tell players, if it's that high up in the treble 20, go for the 19s, because you haven't got the guide, you haven't got that marker dart in them 19s, so you've got an open target. Because it's like a blocker dart, it's hard to get to the treble, but all of a sudden a dart that's 3 inches high is hard to get down to the treble.
Just staring you in the face, distracting you, making you look at a bit of the board you don't really want to even think about.
You're exactly right.
100. Mickey, you require 161.
Especially for those quick throwers. You know, the first dart is normally followed, well, that is by the second and third. But now Mickey Mansell, a chance here for a breaker throw and to go 3-1 up. But like we've said, he needs to set it up. He'll go 25 here now, 90. And he's hit the bullseye.
Max, you require 161.
Yeah, well, ton 40, 90 from Mickey Mansell. It's given him a shot of breaking the throw. Max Hopp will not go out here. And Max Hopp may not even get below 100. Well, he does with that final dart.
Mickey, you require 71.
71. He can do it in 2. He won't mind if he does it in 3.
Looks like he's going for the treble 17. That would have left him the double 10. Now a 14. And that was only just in the 14. Now the double top to take a 3-1 lead.
31.
Missed it by quite some distance there, Mickey Mansell. And Max Hopp should give himself at least 1 dart at a double. He's hit the 1 time that he's gone for 1 before. It's the first one he's missed, but double 10 to level the match.
44.
Misses it outside.
Mickey, you require 40.
So Michael Mansell to pull away to open up a 2-leg lead. And look at Max Hopp. A histrionics at the back of the stage.
Yeah, that's tungsten you've got in your teeth. You can't dent the tungsten. It's one of the toughest metals known to man. And at the moment, it's Mickey Mansell that's showing the metal. And another wry smile from Max. You know, he's doing nothing wrong with his scoring, apart from the first leg where he actually went out brilliantly. It's actually turned a 180 for a pun, where he's scoring well now, but he cannot set it up and take it out. 2 darts at a double in that last leg. And that last leg was worth actually 2 legs down, because 2-all to 3-1, massive difference.
Yeah, a holder throw and a 4-1 lead for Mickey Mansell here. It's going to take something pretty dramatic to turn the match around. But there's only a couple of points in the averages between these two. They're both in the mid-80s, but you know, there's only, in fact, Max Hopp, that 140 is taking him above Mickey Mansell in the averages, but it's hitting the right shot at the right time in this game.
Well, old campaigners or old-style dart players seem to do that very well. And certainly Mickey's done it in this match. As I say to all the youngsters, it's all an apprenticeship.
60.
You don't only kind of ride on that wave of winning matches, but you've got to look back at a loss, not too much, and just think, well, yeah, I've got to tidy that up, I've got to tidy that up. But don't overanalyze or look at a loss too much. Look at the winning games, but not the losing.
140.
Good opportunity for darts fans to see the likes of Max Hopp and Mickey Mansell in action as Max looks for a maximum, and I don't think really that was destined for the treble 20. But the bonus about bouncers is you can always claim it was in anyway.
You can, but that's the second one Max has had, so it can have an adverse effect, you know, on your brain set. You're thinking, I can't believe it. It's not my day. I'm having some bad luck. And when you go down that road, that's not the road or the avenue. That's a B road. You've got to stay on the motorways. And he's in there again, so he ain't going to go for the treble.
122.
We certainly saw exactly that. Josh Payne earlier on had a winning double fall out of double 3. Then had to suffer Dimitri Vandenberg taking out a 146. And that was the end of that. 106, Mickey Mansell. Double top he wants for a 4-1 lead.
86.
Just short.
Max Rivoire 59.
Well, he was low on the double top for the 120, and he was low on the 16. The Max, another 2 darts at a double. This time he hits it, and another breaker throw, so it gets him back in this match. But he's still going to have to break the Mansell throw to grab a win out of this game. But both players are opening up the door for each other. You know, someone's got to, in the end, kick it down and push on and grab this. It's just weight. It's just bubbling under the surface, isn't it?
60.
Yeah, you feel the game is there for the taking. If one of these guys can just up their level just a little bit. But a 60 from Max Hopp on his own throw. He's being punished here by Mickey Mansell. Well, he's lost the darts, and Mickey Mansell now, after doing the hard work of breaking the Mansell throw, Mansell threatening to just shut the door in his face. 180 here would be his first of the match.
121.
But it's not forthcoming.
No, although he wasted the dart there, he would have taken the 1-2-1 before he went to the board.
41.
And Max, another leg where he just has not penetrated that treble. I mean, it's ironic, you know, he gets himself back in the game and then just doesn't do it. And it's made it very easy for Mickey Mansell just to casually
60.
go and do the job.
Yeah, it's one of the things with a lot of the young players, and you all know this, Rod, from your work with the Youth and Challenge Tour. They've undoubtedly got quality and ability and talent and bottle, but for many of them, but the consistency is something you just have to learn to add to your game.
60.
Particularly when you're playing on the bigger stages.
Absolutely right, Dan. I mean, and sometimes you have to let it come to you. If you try to force it too much and you get angry with yourself, your arm will tighten up and you'll actually get worse. But it's easy, you know, for me to sit
41.
back and say it when I talk to people, and especially my wife. She used to say, well, you should have seen how angry you used to get over some darts. And, you know, we all have been there. And it is a learning curve, and sometimes it's a cruel learning curve.
Mickey Rivoire 139.
Well, Mickey Mansell, by not staying straight with his final dart and recording a 41 instead of a 60, has made this a lot harder for himself. However, he still has a chance. Wow, just missing the treble 13 that he wanted. So all he can do is set it up, and Max Hopp, after taking out a 158 in the opening leg, may have to take out a 140.
73. Match require 140.
Well, he's given Max the opportunity here because, well, especially if he goes another one of them. Is that in? No. The expression on his face. Sometimes the double top's a better option on the 80 with 2 darts in your hand.
100.
But Mickey Mansell, if he doesn't hit a treble, he's only going to get 1 dart at the double. And the last 6 darts he threw, 2 of them missed the big numbers, and that's why he's only going to get 1 dart at the double instead of 3. And he's been low on this double top, Dan. The last 2 attempts at it, he's been low.
26.
And that's probably why he's overpitched it.
40.
Yeah, you get the feeling that was in the back of his mind. And a determined looking Max Hopp wants double top to show him how it's done. Well, that is not even straight. But that one is exactly where he wants it to be, and the match is all level again.
7 leg is Mickey to throw first. Game on.
And neither one of these guys can just put their foot down and accelerate away from the other. Absolutely nothing between them in the averages, both 85 and change.
Well, Mickey Mansell actually beat my youngest son in the final of the qualifier in Wigan a few weeks ago to come to this tournament. And at 4 legs all, that's what Mickey did. Threw a 12 darter against the throw, a 15 with the throw, taken out 140 to win 6-4.
57.
And you just feel that that's what it needs from one of these players, you know, a bang bang and then the game's over.
Well, that's going to be good enough for most matches. And we are getting to the stage now where every single dart has more and more riding on it. That's a solid start for Mickey Mansell on his own throw. A ton and a ton 40. As the fans here in the Netherlands decide to get involved. We are sold out for Saturday and Sunday's action.
43.
Yeah, it's a long day here in Holland. Big crowd. They've got to pace themselves as well as we have, Dan.
45.
I think your advice may be falling on deaf ears on some in the hall here, Rod. Previous visits of both these guys in the 40s.
85.
Mickey Mansell knows that's a missed opportunity. He should have been looking a lot less when he comes back to the board. Max Hopp. Fantastic visit from Max Hopp.
Mickey require 133.
Suddenly this leg is in the balance again.
It is, and that missed big number with the 3rd dart has cost Mickey Mansell, perhaps, I was going to say perhaps a dart and a double, because he only needed 1 dart in the treble. Well, double top, 93. And again, that's 4 times he's missed that double top with 1 dart in his hand. So Max Hopp's got to look at those 18s. That's the only route for this. Well, that's a long way off, but he needs a treble 18 for the bullseye. No, that's not in either. So Mansell comes back. 3 clear darts at double top to hold the throw.
96. Mickey require
Well, there's pressure on this. He was able earlier on in the match, Mickey Mansell, to work his way down. He went very high. And you would think that may help him. And it certainly does. And Mickey Mansell manages to close it out.
8th leg is Max to throw first.
He is 2 legs away.
I think you're right there, Dan. That was the difference. You know, although he missed, it was a perfect marker for him.
140.
Yeah, and a lot of those darts at double top that he's had and missed, he's only had just 1 dart at it left. And he's got 3 in his hand.
Yes, you're totally right. A total different story.
100.
You think, you know, at double top, aim for the top wire. You know, if it's on the top, perfect guide. If it just drifts in, that's perfect. You don't want to start chasing doubles around the dartboard, as we call it. You know, low on the 20s, then inside 100. The 10s, back up to the 5s. You know, that's mentally draining when you keep doing that.
Ton 40 followed by a ton from Max Hopp to start this leg on his own throw, though.
$85.
Hopp filling up the treble. Just looking to cannon into that first dart, which he did, but didn't end up where he wanted. Unlike his quiff, which looks like it wouldn't move if you took a buzzsaw to it. It's not a problem Mickey Mansell's got, of course. Don't think he's had that problem for some time.
Actually require 161.
Looks like Mickey's already been under the buzzsaw. Yeah, the youngsters do like a little bit of gel. I call it fashion and style. That just left me a long time ago, I think.
You're a brand as a dart player now, Rod. There's more to it than just flinging arrows. And Michael Mansell, a 140 here. Plenty of room in that treble bed to leave himself in a double and put huge pressure. It's only the 100. But it's still pressure on Max Hopp to hold his throw here. 104. Well, he's going to get a dart. And it's a double 16.
72.
Well, I took a moment there because I thought it snuck in. Even Max did.
Well, the important thing that Mansell did, didn't miss the big numbers. I know we keep on about them, but it's so true. So now he's going to get a dart at double top. And it will be the first time that he's hit it with this last dart. The 5th attempt. And again, it's on that bottom wire. And you can see Mickey, you know, looking up to the sky saying, what is going on? Just one of those double tops needs to go in, and he's on the road. Well, Max is going to have to move a little bit to the right. Now he's going to have to move, well, he stayed where he is and pitches over the top of the flights. And 3 clear darts at a double missed from the young man. So, well, Mickey Mansell doesn't look a gift horse in the mouth a second time.
Yeah, and without the pressure of having to hit it last dart, Mickey Mansell finds his target with very little bother. And he is just one leg away from a place in the second round to play Kim Huybrechts. Max Hopp somehow has got to find 3 legs on the spin.
95.
He has gone to the last 16 before at the Dutch Darts Masters. That was a couple of years ago when it wasn't held here. It was in Newland. He beat the likes of Terry Jenkins and Steve Beaton before losing to Paul Nicholson.
42.
We know he's got it in him to take some big scalps. But Mickey Mansell is just doing enough.
Yes, he's casually going about his business.
95.
It's not been one of the most exciting games, but a win is a win. It doesn't matter how that W gets put beside your name, as long as it is beside your name.
100.
And sometimes, you know, you have to win ugly. You know, get over the first round. You know, you talk to the Phil Taylors, the Dennis Priestley's, Eric Bristow. They'll tell you, I don't care how I get over that first round, just get me over it, and then I can move on. It's always an edgy game, and certainly Mansell.
100.
I don't think it's been where brilliance in the game. It's the person who's made the least mistakes, and that's certainly Mickey Mansell.
Yeah, I think Bristow would quite happily win an entire world championship with a 71 average if you offered it him.
The old saying, I think it come from golf, there's no room on the trophy for comment.
Well, Mickey Mansell looking to finish this as quickly as possible. 80 off. Oh, sneaks it between those two. And that leaves him on a 2-darter. And Max Hopp is a long way in the distance.
100. Mickey requires 71.
Well, it doesn't look like he's going to be under a great deal of pressure here, Mickey Mansell. And when he's not been under pressure, he's managed to get the job done, although that hasn't really helped him. Maybe treble 10? That's what he wanted. That's what he's got, and double 16 for the match.
39.
Well, if he wanted to miss outside, he certainly managed it.
That was a long way outside. It cost you a fortune a taxi to get back the double from there, I think. But you're probably right. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss it on the outside, because you know the double 16, double 8 route is a good route. If he goes inside, he's already got his line and length for the double 8, which is just above it. But with 3 darts in his hand, Mickey Mansell's not missed too much in this match. It's only the 1 dart that has cost him.
Well, just next door he wants for double 8, and now he's got to go all the way over. And maybe a few little nerves with the finishing line in sight. And Max Hopp will go all the way back to the first leg when Mansell missed his chance and Hopp slammed in a 1-5-8 finish. Could he do something similar here?
Well, he mustn't rush his dart here. He's done exactly the right thing. He's put the pressure on, because the 2s and the 1s, not the route to go down. Mickey Mansell's darts kick up, so he's thinking, right, I've got to attack it. If I'm going to miss it, it's got to be inside, because that covers up the dart. He's going to have to move left or right on this double 2 now, but he moves to the right and finally closes the game out. The young man, Max Hopp, unlucky, too many missed big numbers in the early part of the game, but it's Mickey Mansell, the old campaigner, that goes forward to the next round against Kim Huybrechts. And coming up, we have Darren Webster taking on the 6'6" Mick Todd. That's coming up very shortly.